Welcome back to FHTV Plus. Arsenal are destined for second every season, it seems. Arsenal have been hammered by the hammers and their title hopes are over again. Arsenal fans will go mad at me for this. I'm already predicting it coming from a Spurs fan. Forget who I support. Arsenal have missed another golden opportunity to put pressure on Liverpool. Liverpool drew midweek. They dropped points midweek. They dropped points in the Merseyside derby. And this was Arsenal's chance to close that gap from 8 points to 5 with Liverpool playing Man City tomorrow. And they didn't. This was their moment. This was their Spursy moment. And I know all about that being a Spurs fan. But Arsenal yet again showing that when the moment comes, when their backs are against the wall, when you need to show that quality, that strength, when you need to dig in and say, hey, this is a title race. We are here. We're going to close that gap. Yet again, they have failed. And you know what? It's funny because all my Arsenal friends and Arsenal streamers I've worked with have told me West Ham at home. There's no way West Ham come to the Emirates apparently and beat you. They have beaten you. And it's another game where you could talk about having no strikers. Arsenal have to win that game. As a Spurs fan, of course, I'm very happy. But as an Arsenal fan, surely you're embarrassed by that. Surely this was a West Ham team in no form at all. And you have to ask yourself the question, are Arsenal destined to be the also-rans? Now, I'm going to ask the Arsenal fans right now, Mikel Arteta, for how long can people say, but he's done a good job? Eighth, fifth, second, what looks like being second again. How long can those Arsenal fans say he's done a good job? Or like my mate Lee Gunner, who wants him out, and I rate that. I rate Lee Gunner for wanting him out. Surely now Arsenal have to change manager. Surely, whether it's now or at the end, they're not going to do it now, but at the end of the season, surely now Arsenal need to move Arteta on and bring somebody in who can try and get them over the line. Now, again, remove the fact that I'm a Spurs fan. I don't want you guys winning the league. I don't want Arsenal winning the league. But surely if I remove my Spurs hat and I look at Arsenal and say 3 years in a row second, how have they not kicked on? How have they not gone and bought those 2 or 3 quality players that take you from second to winning it? Now, for years, I've always said, and the Arsenal fans have ripped into me. They've had a go at me, whether I've been on the Football Terrace, whether I've been on Football's 12-Man podcast, whether I've been on the Big Six, whether I'm talking to on Lee Gunner's channel, whether I'm talking on my channel. Arsenal fans have ripped into me. You're just a hater. You're jealous of Arsenal. You're just a little Spurs fan. Sure, but I've been very right about your football club. I said you wouldn't win the league because Man City were too strong. Well, this year, Man City are not strong, and you're still not going to win the league. So what do Arsenal fans want? This is your time. You can either have a pop at me here, or you can tell me, what is it that Arsenal fans want now? Is it a new manager? Is it the board to go and buy top players? Does the manager not want top players? Why have you not bought in strikers? Why, when people look at Arsenal's squad and you see that your strikers are Gabriel Jesus and Havertz, decent footballers, but you look at the teams that are winning titles with the Mo Salahs, the Erling Haalands, and then you guys have got, other than Bukayo Saka, there's not that threat. There's not that guy that you go, this guy wins us a title. This guy will score in the big games. This guy will fire us to those titles. So I'm asking you, Arsenal fans, what is it that you guys want? What is it that you want now? Is it new players, new manager, new board? Anything's possible these days. Is it as bad as I'm making out? Second would be brilliant. I mean, if my team was second, I'd be over the moon. But for you guys, is second good enough after 2 consecutive second-place finishes? Now, if you're not an Arsenal fan, how are you feeling about this? Is this something that you thought was going to happen? Everyone has been calling Arsenal bottlers. And I've actually said for the last couple of years, I don't think Arsenal are bottlers. I said that the last 2 years, not this year, but the last 2 years, I've said, I don't think they're bottlers. They're just not as good as Man City. Some people have agreed with me. Some people have disagreed with me. And that's absolutely fine. But this year, with City falling off a cliff and Liverpool with their new manager, with the same squad they had last year, surely this does go into the realm of, I'm not a big fan of the bottle word, but surely this does go into the realm of failing. Surely it does. And unless Arsenal win the Champions League, it's been yet another year of not winning anything. So where does Mikel Arteta's future lie? Why can't Arsenal get over the line? This morning, I was doing my show and I said, oh, God, we all know Arsenal are going to beat West Ham. And my Spurs supporters that follow me were all going, yeah, they're probably going to win that. Not that we wanted them to win it, but yeah, they're better than West Ham. West Ham are poor. They're going to win that. And again, I'm looking now, 20 shots at goal, 68% possession. Where's it all gone wrong? You had double the amount of passes of West Ham. How are Arsenal not closer in this title race? What happens now? What is there to play for? Are there Arsenal fans? Are there any football fans out there that are looking and thinking, shut up, Sava, it's only 8 points and we've got another 12 games to go? Or are people going, yes, Sava, you're absolutely right. They've bottled it and they're not good enough. And for me, I'm willing to give them the last 2 years that they weren't good enough to win it. But this year, the drop-off from City has been monumental. And you guys, Arsenal, should be higher up that table. You guys should be top, in my opinion. You guys should be there or thereabouts. How are you not? Now, let's look at the league table here. I mean, straight away you can see, look at the draws. The draws are absolutely killing Arsenal. And when people say this, they say a draw is like a defeat in a title race. This is why, right? This is why. Because listen, I'm not saying Liverpool have drawn a few games as well, but they've only lost one. You've lost the 2 games extra, plus the 1 draw more. And that is where the 8-point gap comes from. And for me, I didn't see this happening. I thought this was going to be a lot closer, this title race. From the moment we saw that City had faded away, you're thinking to yourself, Arsenal will be there or thereabouts, won't they? So this is really, really poor. So the questions I am going to ask you is this. You've got a couple of choices here. You can have a go at me as a Spurs fan, but this isn't about me being Spurs. This is about me being a football fan. So I'm asking the questions. Arteta in or Arteta out? What players need to go in the summer? What players needed to be added? And is this just a striker problem? So my final question to all you Arsenal and football fans, if Arsenal had a Haaland, a Gyökeres, an Ollie Watkins, if you had a player of that ilk, would you be higher up the table? Or is this the inept management of Arteta? Because surely he should have you higher up that table. Let me know what you think. Let me know. Arsenal fans, feel free. Have a pop at me. I don't care. Let me know, Arsenal fans. Let me know, generic football fans. What are you making of this? All I know is Arsenal, yet again, their fans have given it the big one. We can still win this league. The title's not over yet. We're going to battle West Ham. Then Man City aren't going to Liverpool won't pick up anything at Man City. And we're right back in it. Unfortunately for you guys, that hasn't happened. So tell me why. Arsenal, the nearly men. Take care, everyone. Let me know your thoughts. Please like, please subscribe. Please feel free to comment. I am a YouTuber that will try and respond to as many comments as possible. Take care, everyone. Enjoy your evening. And once again, Arsenal's title hopes are over.